Okay. Camera's working. Yep. Ooh. All right. Hi there. Colette, you're falling under the couch like a lunatic. I'm Dustin. I'm a little transparent, not a lot, but okay, whatever. Oh, Lauren, can you turn that other light off? That might reach the stretch. Thank you. That's a tiny bit, not a ton. Anyway, we're gonna mess with some game stuff on the internet, I suppose. I did some other stuff earlier this week that is not in here. Here I have a couple ideas that might implement some or all of them to see, but I figured I'd run them by you anyway, Lorraine, and see what you think of some of this. Particularly this was just an idea I had in the shower earlier this week. Thought might be a smart thing to do that I would assume would be very easy. And then this other thing is, as I've been messing with, we're not nearly done with it by any means, but we had talked about this I think at some point before. But as I had been messing with some of the other boss fights, still the only one that I have right now in the rotation is the carrot one, but the other ones are much more difficult to wrangle and to engage with the camera in its current state during the boss fights. So I had been thinking about decoupling it for the boss fight and just kind of leaving it as in a static position that encompasses the entire scene, as opposed to having it attached to Marta for the remainder of the fight. Does it do that already in there right now?
Already. Bye.
Okay. Don't know. It'll probably break if I load it up right now.
Probably.
I'll have to double check that on my own. In that case, we will table that for now. What do you think about this other thing, about the key thing?
That part. Second part.
Sure. But I mean, one kind of logically leads into another. Especially since I know for whatever reason you were really dead set against having like an outline of the key on the HUD that is like filled in, as opposed to having it kind of appear from nothing. Well, with that scientific analysis. That said, if we did do this, it imparts basically all the information you'd ever need to know when there's mention of a key, or even if you see those things in the environment. There would basically never be a question of what they are if you see a shiny glittery thing that looks like part of a thing in the levels to come. If we literally hand them to you and then have you unlock a door before you actually do that in the randomly generated levels.
Reason.
All right, well then, let's maybe mess with that for right now, and then go from there. Why? Start with. Well, do you know where the code is already that spawns the power-up when you kill at least this boss, or I guess any boss?
His script? I don't know. I can't remember if there is a base.
Well, if there's not,
or not. I feel like there is.
Can maybe add that
main
at some
controller.
Point. But I at least just want to see the function that does that, because I would think if we do in the same spot that happens almost exactly the same thing with 3 other game objects, then we're done. But we'll see. It's never as simple as you want it to be.
So I'll literally go up to the top and see if you don't know.
No, that's fine. That's fine for now. If we do this,
be the base, for example. He is definitely one of the least changed because he was.
No, not that complicated.
Yeah, because the other classes are just attached to him.
Good stuff. Action stuff. Oh. That's probably.
No, it's a nope. It's the
oh,
player.
that's the opposite.
Yep.
Yep, you're right.
This is where death
Take
check
damage.
is probably where you want to look at. It's literally right below it.
Sequence. And this just puts it right on top of him specifically, just so wherever he is, which is fine. I don't think it matters. Let's go ahead and do this then. So we're probably not going to these, so that one. Open his controller back up. Bear with me. Under the bottom of this script. Remember what they're called. And what are like the different pieces of the key called, like their game objects?
Spring,
whatever.
bar, maybe, I don't know.
Okay, we'll just go with that. It's close enough. Descriptive enough that you wouldn't get them confused with one another. Works. Okay. Right. Copy all these. And then, these hoping these will all just slightly offset each of these enough. We'll be fine. Okay, that's something. And I don't actually know. I forget. I should around or something. I forget what the scale of everything is. Let's just. Nope. to like 7. All right, do a thing. Maybe. Oh, come on. Delete the name. I just want to delete the thing. And on you. Bar. Pull. That hole. Okay. That, and then just for testing. Okay. See if this other thing. No. See if this functions. I tried to set this up so that you could just load up any level in here for testing purposes, and that it would not error out. So we're about to find out.
Woo. Right at it.
All right. That's all right. That pretty much did what I expected it to do. Does picking these up work? Oh yeah, it does. Oh fuck yeah. Man, that's so good. All right, now this we have to change. But it appeared in the HUD and everything. It just picked them up. Oh, I'm so glad that worked.
I was surprised about that.
I think that's because I did the consolidation. I think you at one point had a different Marta for the levels and a different Marta for the bosses, and I think I smushed them into one thing. Whatever was different. Oh man, I'm so glad that worked. Oh shit, that makes me so happy. All right, so let's look at that. That's a successful test if I've ever seen one. So then let's go back. Huh? Oh.
My hand hurts.
I know.
A lot.
I mean, you did a lot of drawing today.
Context.
Yeah, go on.
I since the pottery shop is not open to the public during the week, as is the same with the rest of the. We just get to go in and have a much more relaxed atmosphere, because the public's not there. And so me and one other newer girl have been practicing just a lot more things that take more time and would be harder to learn with a bunch of people just staring relentlessly at you all hours of the day. Excuse me. One of those things being sgraffito. This very intricate practice of carving through a layer of clay underneath. And I've done that the past 2 days in a row, where I filled one of our larger plates that I had formed about like this wide in diameter, which means nothing to you on the screen. It's slightly bigger than my head. Dent all the way around. And I have been writing the alphabet, practice my lettering, on both these plates 2 days in a row. And I hold my pencils and other writing utensils on my ring finger on my right hand. That's where it sits. And I was better about it today, but I do tend to hold, specifically when I'm even drawing on street. I hold my hand very tightly around said pen, or in this case, a sgraffito tool, the basically pencil-shaped thing with a little loop of metal on the end to do the carving. I keep my hand very stiff, stiffer than I probably should, honestly. But after 2 days and 9 passes, 9 copies of the alphabet, my hand fucking hurts. Specifically, like right here, between my ring finger where it connects to like my hand. And I'm just tired. Really tired.
That's fair. Can I ask you a question now?
No.
I didn't want to interrupt you. Do you know where the little stopper thing comes from? Oh, it's just there.
It's just
there.
physically
in the scene. All right, well, that's easy.
Just be careful. I would go to
What?
check the carrot attack area. Does that have a script on it? Boss room
Yes.
area script.
Right, because it's going to try to do that thing.
I mean, most of because it starts the fight.
Mm-hmm.
And will destroy projectiles if the player gets out. Okay.
But it doesn't look like this actually removes that thing. So maybe Tepper just does that when he dies too?
He does. He definitely does.
So that's in
I
here.
I couldn't remember if there was something
Uh,
for attack area, so that's why it goes away.
I could just probably get rid of that.
I mean, you still could do it. Okay. Blah. The next box.
It's a 360.
Hi, BB. Oh, come here. No. Stop going under the couch. So rude. Just rude.
Okay. You. And then I'm just gonna. All right. See if this. Controller. Oh, it's. Oh, that's fine. All right. So I forgot that this. So I'm gonna leave this as is. I'm gonna leave the thing as is, and I'm gonna let that destroy it. And then somehow, if you're not smart enough to pick all the shit up that appeared, then you'll just have to backtrack 6 inches, which is fine. But it did leave that in. But then I just need to fix that. Might have even just be if I undo the thing I just did, it'll be fine. That works for me. you. And manually turning on, hopefully that will, I'm thinking it will. And that's the only change that really will matter in here. Colette, you being bad?
Yeah.
Why are you being so bad, little cat? Okay. That's fine, nothing happened. Go down here and it's like, oh no, I'm stupid. I didn't pick up all the things because I'm so stupid.
Oh, I'm so dumb.
Go back up here and
Why
pick
are
up
you
all the shiny
eating
things that are clearly very
tape?
shiny and meant to be picked up.
Yeah, it's not a good thing to do. Not.
Alright. And this wall will hopefully disappear when I touch it, just like you'd expect. Alright, perfect. Okay. And now it is still mad about
Ha!
something.
Cat acquired. No, just stay. Stay for a little bit. No. There's a good girl.
Okay, that's probably just in there. I loaded it up out of sequence. I'm gonna ignore that for the moment. So some of the other stuff anyway. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm all about that. Sweet. I'm not sure. They see her. Little one, gotta be all chill and stuff. Okay. That was pretty easy.
Words on place to.
In fact, let's even be smart.
Really
Excuse me, since I do want them to be offset by the same relative ratios anyway. Oops.
I like you. Okay, it is on. Didn't see the bars went up.
Oh, I might wanna. Or I'll turn you up a little.
Man, it's so hard to put this anywhere.
It's fine.
This mic is terrible.
That's a little better. I just turned you up a midge. Just in case.
How does he?
Sorry.
That's why
Okay.
people can hear you across the room in my headset when you mute yourself. Reason. Good.
Okay. I got my subtracting negative values right in the first time and everything. Remembered algebra or whatever.
Good job.
I mean, it makes me move faster. That's pretty fine.
No.
Because those are all basically the same size, right? For the most part, the weapon pickups are not necessarily much
They're all
larger
in a
than
bubble.
that. Okay, that should be.
You want to sit with me, Bob? What if there was a pillow? You like, oh, fine.
Okay.
Pillows.
Yeah, my only small potential concern, which honestly I don't think it'll. Because he can't move much he only really ever moves forward, right? Like when he charges you, or like I'm just like, what are the slimmest of odds he could ever get close enough to not throw any of that stuff outside the field? It looks like it'd be pretty impossible when you kill them.
He's got a collider. He can't get outside of the
I guess
wall.
that's true too.
You're stuck here with all these peas.
They can still hurt you.
They do disappear after a while.
Hey, kitty.
Hola.
All right, I'm gonna leave it for now. But they just like spawn relative to his position on deck. Okay. Well, that's done. I think that works, so that makes sense to me and took relatively no effort. Okay.
Surprisingly.
So then all that's gone. As far as this other thing, if I wanted to test that on here, do you know how that would work? Is that probably on scripts that are just proprietary to that fight specifically? Okay. Let's load at least maybe. You know what? Let's just see what happens. Let's try to load that level and just see how badly it's broken or whatever. Garbage.
No.
The word boss. Open.
And if you just go over to scripts, boss scripts, garbage disposal, right there.
But I want to try to load the level. So do you know where's that's in? Is that in prefabs or is it somewhere else?
I mean, it'd be in scenes. The levels. Imagine that. Bosses. Incredible. Double click it. It will open.
I want to slow double click it so I can click this. And we'll see what happens.
This is going to be bad. Something's not going to go.
It didn't throw any.
Thing isn't following you. Curious. Background.
Oh, well, that is a problem. This might even be some of that other stuff I changed that I never went back and fixed in here, of like the camera being different or whatever.
Hey, you little butt. What are you doing back there?
Yeah, it's looking for boss camera, and that's not what that's called anymore.
Do you want to mute my mic for a second? I want to see what the fuck she's doing.
Sure. Okay, you're good. Cat, why you being cat-like?
Yes.
Go on, little one. This is just called main camera. No. You're back.
Fantastic.
Oh, come on. That background's still not moving. And did something. Didn't do what it was supposed to do. It did decouple the camera. All right. Well. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just have to look in here and see how some of that stuff's going. Actually, going back to I'm gonna add an addendum. Go back to the carrot level.
Carrot addendum.
Oh, your phone is filthy.
Is it clay dust? A lot of it's redware.
It can be saved, whatever.
No, it's not a good sound for phone to.
Is that like squeezing?
Pushing on the screen up here. I noticed it the other day.
Oh. Here, let me see it. Oh, that's not that bad. It's not good. I mean, it's not great.
I mean, there's no crack. That's what I mean.
It doesn't. That's not quite as much give. It just has maybe a few millimeters of like. Probably some of the glue finally came unstuck over time that technically holds the front to the
look at all that.
body.
Look at all that red powder.
Yeah, there's a lot of rough.
It's called pottery dust. Look at how dirty. It's so discolored. Supposed to be. Comes up. I don't think I've taken this thing off since I got it. And me.
If I were to put this work block as a prefab somewhere, which folder should I shove it into? Prefabs, probably.
I mean, in prefabs. What is kind of objects? There you go. Bang.
Oh, there already is one. Okay, it's just not tied to this.
Probably used it elsewhere after, because this is the second boss scene.
Looks similar.
Probably used it elsewhere. I think I.
All right, let's delete that.
Oh, I know why it became a prefab once I was doing the training levels. So those might technically be different than that.
That's fine. That I do want to revisit that and actually rebuild that and make sure that it works, because I thought it was pretty good. But now
I already read it anyway.
I mean, that's not really no. That doesn't mean it wasn't a good idea. All right. So, in fact, I might even make this another.
Feeling the grit on disgusting. Three more hours. I should have done it from the top. Maybe get the button.
Other thing I want to preclude, which like you had kind of already addressed this in other ways anyway, but I just kind of do away with it entirely, is that you actually get it here as opposed to having that logic that like turns on and off the fight if you leave and re-enter the active area. I just want to stop people from leaving it, period. How would you like this to appear? Because it's basically going to be the same thing as now, where you get in here and you'll touch some trigger or whatever, and then this fight will start. And as soon as that starts, I want this to show up here and be blocking this area. You want it to literally just pop in from nothing? Do you want it to like fade in, like it goes from like a zero transparency to like being, because either way, I'm going to turn on the collider immediately, and then visually it might come in like a little over time just to make it look a little cleaner. Or do you want it to like move from the pipe and like land here? Okay. Any thoughts? Let's just start by just turning it on.
The only thing is, I believe, click the caret attack area, that object. You need to move that left wall in more, because if you turn that on immediately, the player's going to be inside it.
Well, yeah, my thought was that, we'll just shrink these triggers a little bit. You can make that a little smaller to compensate.
Is a trigger box that's checked. This object trigger?
My thought was to either do that, or the only real reason I would have like moved it inward from behind you would be to just like that way it would just shove you forward as opposed to like existing on top of you.
Fine, I don't care.
But making the trigger a little smaller will place. So let's do that too. First. I want to attach this to anything. Inverted so it's facing the right way. Roughly the position it should be in. That's good enough for government work, as it were. Then done this script right.
What?
The trigger that starts the fight proper. Yeah, it's right here. Okay. Nope.
Brian says hi.
Hey, Brian. Game
Entrance
object
court dot and begin.
How do you enable it in here? What am I doing wrong?
Hmm?
I don't think it is.
Is active.
Nope. No, because that just tells you. Nope.
Is it a game
Is
object?
it...
What is entrance cork?
Right now it's a game.
You don't need to.
No.
Be out late on a gosh darn Thursday night. Oh, excuse. Oh, really? You do?
Is that active? I wonder if that had been updated. I feel like it used to just be different, which is fine. Here. Shrink this. Come on. Let's be. Only time I'll ever say those words for any reason. Tiny bit. Yeah, that'll work. And vertically, that's fine. All right, that looks like it's got enough headroom, right? Probably. I'm thinking by the time like her center mass would bisect that thing. I can even make it a little smaller. Let's just go with that and see what it looks like. You need to drag this. Yeah, a lot of what I did in the last week and a half or so was to change a bunch of that. Oh, I still have it set up for this fight. The wrong one.
Hey, broken.
Change a lot of this stuff to make testing easy. room wrong. Okay, I mean, it worked. Like it, and that looks like plenty of room. Right, eyeball that again. It's just moving out there. Bubbles can't quite interact.
Aha. Fine to me.
All right, space-wise, that's okay. I still think maybe we should make it fade in. How did you suggest doing that? You want me to do it in code? Do you want me to like implement it in one of the animators or something?
Code is fine. I don't care.
Um,
You know how to do that?
I mean, I could do it. I honestly feel like if you show me how to set it up in a Unity animator, that might be easier. Just be like faster. If you can tell me how to do that off the top of your head, if we go back there right now. So like I said, I'll put it, since I made that a separate setup. Since I made that a separate prefab anyway, I can just add an animator to this one. That's what we would need to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Add component. What is it under? Type animator. What would I say for this?
You need to create.
Okay. Where should I put that?
Just here.
What? You gonna?
This would be so much easier.
You're just gonna swap with me?
Yes.
That's fine. Okay.
Just want to switch mics to?
No,
Just do it. Just turn us both off for a second.
Okay.
It'll take 2 seconds.
We'll be right back. Well, we're still here, but.
Making sure everything is not on fire over here.
Okay. It looks like our voices are back.
Da, 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 da.
Hello. It's me.
What is? Did I go into something? I did. Is this? Yeah, it was in here.
Bucket.
Don't worry about that. It's for something that hasn't been working for a very long time. Is it just here?
Second.
Christ, you dog.
What? What did I do?
Nightmarish. I can't see a gosh darn thing.
I think it's I do have it zoomed a little bit. Like in Windows, that's what you about.
I don't remember it being like
How
that,
big
whatever.
You can make
I think it's technically in color.
Yeah. Alpha is the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long do you want this to fade in?
Really easy to change, right?
Yeah.
Drag that 0 to
one.
Yeah.
Pray this works the way I think it's going to, and it doesn't. I don't know why this doesn't always work. Sometimes.
So I found, Lorraine, don't click inside the track. I think you even told me that at one point. Yeah, click on the top part. Yeah. Then try to click on literally the little like line.
This.
Yeah.
I needed to do.
I don't know why it's so unintuitive that way, but that's.
It didn't used to work like that, I swear. I know it kind of changed eventually.
Strange. Not how I would
This
expect.
is one, that's a
interacting with this
0.
thing.
Okay, this should work.
You even need the one in the middle.
I'm just using that as a. Sometimes the stopgap is helpful for stuff like this. Perfect. I mean, it works.
Now. Like I said, changing the duration is
Oh
very easy.
Christ, just sit here. There's. I think there's a way to. I think there's something that makes it not loop. Unless it just doesn't normally loop. I don't remember.
I mean, let's just run the level and see what happens.
Well, we need to make it anything.
I mean, you could call this from code, right? That's what I was gonna do.
Let me do this instead. I think I have to leave it there. They switched some of the stuff around. I don't. Why am I just an idiot? As a transition.
Hit like Control or Alt. I think.
Or just delete. On the transition, is this? This is completely different than the last time I used this. Fixed duration. Just because there's no default. Here we go. I look like a type of terrible keyboard. There. How do you add? Put the variable on this, but I don't know where it fucking is. I don't know what this box is for. Like, this is completely fucking different. Oh, there's it's beneath the preview. Okay. There. Done. Where do you want any of this?
You can even just put the next line after start cork active.
God, I can't remember what the stupid thing is called.
Here, don't even I'll show you. Don't even do any of this. Like, you don't need to. On the cork, right? Scroll down, because we're only going to ever access it once per flight. Do it all in one.
But you literally yell at me for that at every chance you get. Every single chance.
I know.
Every single chance.
Here's the only reason this is different. When you do that in stuff like the basic enemies, it's going to happen dozens or hundreds of times per level. In here, it's literally only going to happen
It's literally every, there were so many of those calls that happened literally once, and you got on my case like I was a war criminal every single time. No, let's make it awful. Why don't we make things bad? Okay.
Although,
say it.
No, hold on.
Say it.
I was just looking. This current script we're in right now is proprietary to the carrot. Like maybe that's something I want to change at some point anyway. But
we can't test it if you don't write a line of code.
We could make a script. You could have put a script on the cork itself and just. That's probably like that sucks in its own reason. Such a limited piece of functionality, but put a script on the cork. A bigger refactor would probably shuffle a lot of stuff around. So we'll maybe not.
I'm assuming this is where this is going to live. I don't know.
You could.
Bang. You know what we're going to do right now? There.
Okay, and then you can either
That's the wrong thing.
Make a variable and have it set it at start, or you can public and over from the doesn't matter what.
Doesn't need an update. Remember how you get.
Just put animator here.
No, I just want to make sure. I think I am just the body. Get component animator. Okay, I'm just making sure, man.
No, that's fine. I know you haven't been missing stuff nearly. Oh. No, you gotta equal.
I don't think it was equal. What the fuck was that bull's name? Start fight.
That's not going to happen in there.
I know.
But that's fine. You also have. Do you have to set it by?
What?
I think it has to be in quotes.
Christ, I hate this keyboard so much. Stupid rounded buttons, piece of bullshit.
You have to set that to false by default too, or does it have a default setting?
I will set it to false.
Avoid farting?
Yep. We've gone over the math, Dustin. As I get more tired, my hostility goes up. Case in point.
All right. Now to make this actually a little cleaner, so go up to the top. Oh, this is the next thing we need.
How do I just?
No, this isn't even the right script, is it?
Yes, this is the attack area controller.
No, see, it's the wrong one. So this is
Why do you have this open?
No, because I clicked on it.
Christ.
Like I said, I'll go back and probably consolidate those at some. So go before scroll up here.
Why?
Change that from a game object to be script. Then it's easier to call both of them. Boss through work. Now, if you just type .game object after that, I think that will. All the other function.
Can I help you?
Okay.
What is it? This controller?
PlayStation 1.
What? If it's pain. Where do I even be?
You gotta load up the type. Oh, and you gotta if it's. And double check that.
Active first.
Make sure that the references. Whatever it's called. Carrot. Back area. Axes. There.
I know how this works. Cool.
Oh, I know why. It's because it's you go into that script and you have to change in start enable it, and then or in start disable it, and then we'll have to enable it in the scene because it's disabled when the scene starts. Start doesn't get called.
Oh.
But this game object, I think even just game object is smart enough to like leave that. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Half one, 50% of the other. No. Put start back.
Why?
Because you need to. You still want. I guess no. You're right.
This gets called. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
That is.
Yes.
Smart. All right.
I have a brain like an eighth of the time.
All right.
Doesn't it?
Now try it again.
There is one thing I need to check though. Oh my god, how do you sit in this freaking chair? I hate this chair. I hate everything.
That chair's okay. It's not amazing. It's fine.
I just sit so far hunched over.
I mean, I live my life hunched over.
Well, maybe you should heckin' stop. We need to double check. Believe this is true, and that's false. I wanted to make sure.
Check mark is the default setting for that variable.
I would assume that unchecked is that. Christ, does my back hurt? Yes. Ugh.
There you go. Oh, well, sort of. It is doing that looping thing, and I can.
It's a fucking rage.
Make sure you can't move through it though, which you should be able to.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
The collider isn't dependent on that anyway. Doesn't hurt to test.
But it's just a dance party now. Oh, fun music was still going. Brave. Open. Bird. There has to be something. I know.
I just don't know if you have to
There's
include it in the
something.
logic or like you have like a state transition in there for that.
No. Unless it's just.
All right, try here. Hold on, try this. Drop the whole state machine, like leave fade in and hit start and any of that shit variable, and just try
I mean, I wouldn't.
but go off the
There's
script anyway.
there's something in here though, and I need to know what it is. I wonder if it's just the entry. Not any state. Because it's only getting called once, so the animation is just looping for whatever reason. I don't know why. Not mirror. Stop animation from looping.
I got it. Just like I said.
Open the animation in the project tab. Open the inspector. Like the loop time. I don't think that's. I think that's old.
I think that's old because that's
Because I remember that like being here.
So instead, get rid of, like I said, you can get rid of start, like leave fade in and get rid of start and get rid of all the connections. That shit should.
We still need that variable. Without the variable, none of this works, Dustin.
No, I don't think we do. Because
that's not how this works. That's not how the animator works. Nothing will happen if we don't have a variable. There's no way to call it.
I think that might have changed with the way some of the ways they changed Unity, though. So let's see if this IntelliSense gives it the student. Open up the script.
Doubt it.
You farts dot. dot play, is that a thing? And then just,
I don't know what this is for though.
And then type a string that state is called.
But it's still probably just gonna loop.
Might be right.
It's not. I don't think this is gonna solve our problems.
So trivial to try it.
You had to do this.
Well. Go to play the animation.
Who was right? I was right. What? Need a button. I need a. Make this easier on myself.
Go back to that.
In here, oh, Why is her animator? Oh, she has an animator on her, doesn't she? No, the head does.
See, I bet the thing that's resetting it there is the two-way direction to how idle transitions to that, and then attacking transitions back to it.
But it still doesn't keep looping when you play it, though. That's the thing. Even if it didn't.
That's what I'm saying. I think the fact that it
No,
puts
I don't think so.
into that other state is why it's not looping, because it goes from the attacking state back to the idle state.
This was good at it. I don't know why they fucking changed it all.
Obviously, values. If you just you might even just have. No, one.
Mm. And I don't know what you want me to.
That might do it.
I mean, no. I don't think it'll. I don't know if it'll play when it's ended, but we'll find out, I guess. I don't know how anything works anymore, apparently.
Don't worry about it.
You don't know anything about this shit.
I'll Google it until I figure it out. There you go.
Brute forced in the worst fucking possible way. Why is this impossible, Unity?
I mean, that is both. It both makes sense and doesn't make sense at all. Like, I can get why they would refactor it to be that way, but I don't love it. But it's fine. It works now because it makes less sense for like coding purposes or for people who want to fiddle with that more of that stuff and drop downs and stuff. But it makes more sense if you want to push people further towards the visual scripting flow kind of side of things. Whatever. That's again like that's a choice. I don't know if I love it or hate it, but favorite thing.
Not mine.
But anyway, got it to work. That's fine. That's all to do. All right. Well, then that's probably good. You're feeling out of it. Probably call it for the night.
Been feeling out.
But thank you. I mean, I'm gonna start maybe the next day or two. I'm gonna hold another. Try to have you mess around with it. That's or not like it. Play it a couple times. And like I said, I'm pretty sure that other issue is solved, but somebody brute forcing it more to loading levels or whatever. Yeah, I guess we'll probably call it.
What is this be?
Hanging out. Thank you, Ryan, for kicking it with us. Ryan, for helping me accomplish some of that stuff and figure out that animator thing.
Yeah. I can't find the mouse. There it is. That one.
There we go.